And speaking of weird things, this is the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, not Friday.
It's the Midweek War.
That growling voice you heard was Mad Mike. Say hi, Mad
Hi.
Mike.
Hi, everybody.
And if you know me, if you don't know me, I am the Riz on Twitter, or Riz. Hi.
If we know you, what are you?
Just confirmation.
Okay.
But like we said, this is the midnight wars. Midweek wars? Yes, midweek wars. Whatever
Midweek
we call
Wars.
it. The Thursday and Wednesday night war thing that happens between NXT and TNA that have sparked a lot of things. So, Mad Mike, where do you want to start with today? We have two choices.
How about we start with TNA? We'll go in, chronological.
Yeah, because last week we started with NXT. We'll start with TNA this week. Get those guys moving here.
Yeah.
That want to hear the TNA wrap-up report here. What's your one word?
My one word for Impact is Havoc. How about you, Riz?
My one word... acceptable.
Okay. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say. So I mean, we get one good thing, one bad thing, and one thing we want to change.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what is your one good thing, Mad Mike?
My one good thing is the debut of Havoc.
Oh, man.
I like Jessica Havoc's debut. She came in, she was wearing her gas mask. The only thing that put a damper on it is the goddamn commentary, because Dad's an idiot. But it was still very cool to see her get in the ring and just beat the shit out of Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell.
Yeah, the fact that every time somebody, a muscular woman comes into TNA, and sometimes WWE, the WWE is not immune to this.
I don't think they don't really do it anymore, though.
No, they don't do it anymore because they're smart. But the fact is, whenever somebody of gigantic stature comes about who's not a guy, they question their gender.
Yeah. And I've seen Jessica Havoc in person. She was a big part of the taping. I'd hit it. I mean,
yeah.
Like she's got some weird makeup on, but other than that, she seems like a very attractive young lady.
Yeah, she does.
And I'm saying that because if I don't say that, I'm afraid she will beat the shit out of me.
She will.
Yeah.
She will, and she can, and she will.
Yes.
So leave her light on, so she doesn't,
Yes.
So she doesn't like sneak up on you, Mad Mike. My one good thing, and I believe this is a running gag we do every week. But goddamn, EC3.
Yeah! And Riz, while you're talking about EC3, I'll just show my...
Check out that TNA Impact t-shirt that Mad Mike bought.
TNA merch, baby. Hot merch.
Seriously, this man is a good he's a great wrestler.
He's great on the... I don't think he's had enough of a showcase to show how good.
Okay, he's a good wrestler.
Yes, he's a very good wrestler, but
a very good wrestler. He's awesome on the microphone.
Absolutely.
And he's charismatic as all else.
And he wants to beat CM Punk.
He does. He plays off the crowd. I don't think I've seen anything like that in TNA.
In TNA, no. Yeah, like
for a while.
The only guys I can think of that in their prime played off the crowd better? The Dudleys in ECW and The Rock in WWE.
Well, the Dudleys in ECW wanted to kill people in the
But
crowd.
but they played off the crowd very well.
Yeah, that is true, and the crowd played off them well too.
Hmm.
But EC3, even though people don't think he's a bad wrestler, he gets chance that he can't wrestle, and just because he does that one thing where he responds to the chance, it's
Well,
amazing.
to be fair, it's something that I'm surprised no one else in wrestling has exploited. And chanting has been going on for years upon years, decades even. But when you do a "you can't wrestle" chant, there's always a pause in between, and no one has ever taken advantage of that. Like the inverse
Ask
of
John
that,
Cena.
the inverse of that is the "what" chant, is
Hmm.
when wrestlers are cutting a promo and they take pauses just to add effect or to take a breath, and people will chant "what." But
Hmm.
EC3 kind of flips that on its head, and every time the fans have to take a breath, he's like, "I'm very good. You can't wrestle. I disagree." Like,
Yeah,
it's
that just.
fantastic. I don't know where he started to do that because it wasn't on NXT
It
when
was
he
at
was Derek Bateman, right?
I think it was at a TNA house show because I remember seeing like home footage of something like that happening,
Okay.
and or it was on TV. I forget. I know I saw it on TNA once.
But I mean,
Um.
that's something that sets TNA apart. Like
Hmm.
there is no one like Ethan Carter in the WWE.
Nope.
There's no one like Ethan Carter right now. Like,
And the
and that
closest one, the closest one they had, past tense, was CM Punk, but he was so far from what EC3 is.
nah, I wouldn't even make that argument. I'd say the closest thing to a CM Punk in TNA is Austin Aries.
Well, he calls himself the greatest man that ever lived.
But that's what I'm saying. Like EC3, he's more like a better, like a way more charismatic version of Randy Orton.
Ooh.
Well, because
Yeah,
I
I can
mean,
see that. I can
he
see
has
that.
he has like the lineage thing going
He has
for
the
him.
authority. He has the authority behind him as well.
Yep.
Um, and I wanted to throw this out there because I updated that thing I was talking about.
Okay.
That because this would be a great way to a either a turn EC3 face
Hmm.
or two make him the uber heel that would be awesomely to have, like an uber wrestler slash owner slash GM slash commissioner slash everything. He barely he got Dixie put through a table,
Hmm.
and now Rhino is taking out his frustrations that he should be taking on EC3 on his best friend Rockstar Spud.
No, I already don't like where you're going with this.
So Dixie's still hurt. She has back problems and can't do anything about what's going on with the company right now because she's laid up in the hospital.
Hmm.
So who is next in line?
Oh.
Ethan Carter the third.
Huh. Okay,
But
that'd be.
but again, that is going way too deep in it, and we're
And
talking
plus,
about
like,
TNA, who thinks that spotty moves on the knockouts are better than the divas.
TNA has such a weird power vacuum that I don't think you need putting someone else in there.
Yeah, it's true. So, my one bad thing kind of ties in with my one good thing.
Okay.
Is it just me or does Rhino suck?
um, Rhino's fine. I don't think Rhino's bad. I don't think Rhino's good. I
I
think Rhino is Rhino.
Well, actually, you know what? I'll save Rhino for now. He's off my
Rhino is a
list.
face. Rhino is a face. Never works.
He's off my list. I just figured out the my new bad thing is the fan reactions to everything that happened in that knockouts match. God. So
not,
so
and not to say it was a
it
bad match.
it wasn't.
It
It was
was
a
a
good match,
completely it was a completely average to good match. It was fine, but it
but
wasn't
it wasn't. This is awesome chant worthy. It
right.
wasn't. Well, and there was chance of better than the Divas. And then when I mentioned that I would rather watch a better storyline like Bella's, but before I
Hmm.
said the Bellas, I stopped myself because I would have stabbed myself in the eye. Um, but then I realized uh, I want to see why are these two fighting anyways? Like, was it for respect? It was for the title, but was it for respect?
I believe it was also for respect. Oh no, Taryn won a number one contenders match
Oh, yeah, that's right.
against Maddie,
That's right. But
where it was
still,
MILF on MILF action.
there was I couldn't I couldn't understand why this was better than a Divas match because I can actually name a lot of better Divas matches than that Knockouts match
This year.
this year, last month.
Yeah. Paige versus AJ for
Paige and AJ.
the limited amount of time it was given was better than that match.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it better than Paige and AJ? No, it was still a good match, but it was not better than a Divas.
It was better than some of the divas.
It was better than
The
like
Bellas.
Eva Marie. Eva Marie versus the Bellas, one of the Bellas. I don't care who, just pick one. Um,
It was
but
better
I
than that total divas thing that happened on Monday,
oh,
but again, this was taped over a month and a half ago. Like
this was taped a month and a half ago because oh god,
we're
um,
still not at any of the episodes that I went to.
and I still don't like Taryn Terrell.
I like Taryn Terrell.
Moving
I
on,
like no, I like Taryn Terrell.
yeah, yeah, she's yeah. Mad Mike, what is your one bad thing?
My one bad thing, this may surprise you.
Oh
My one bad thing was how short the Joe versus Lashley was. Because
yeah,
honestly, TNA doesn't have many matches that I would consider being different. Joe versus Lashley, sign me up for that.
yeah.
I
Honestly,
I I was actively interested in that match because it's not often you see Joe be the guy that's at a physical disadvantage. And
mhm.
holy hell do I like seeing that. Because heel Lashley is heel like TNA has
TNA
taken
is
some
doing
WWE
right.
guys. TNA has taken some WWE guys and has found their niche. Way better than WWE could. They did that with
Totally
Christian.
right.
They did that with Christian. They did that with Bubba Ray. And they're doing that with Lashley. They're keeping Lashley silent. He only talks when he absolutely has to. And he's just a badass heel that murder fucks people.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, sign me up for that, Lashley. It's
In
almost like
TNA,
Lashley is pretending to be Umaga
mhm.
from the ECW days when Vince was controlling Umaga.
In TNA, you don't hear Bath Turd
Yeah.
by him, and that's a good thing.
Hmm.
Um,
But
I
yeah,
I
I would like
too
a longer match of that.
I too love to see that match move on more.
Hmm.
Uh, but I think because of time restraints
Yeah.
and B Joe restraints,
Yes.
if Joe continued on, he would have exploded.
Potentially.
Um, but yeah, I would love to see that match. And by the way, I, I'm going to say this right now. I am uber excited for the Homicide
Joe
versus
match?
Joe match.
Yeah. Um, it was pretty good.
It was.
It's pretty good. It's
No
pretty good.
spoilers. No
No,
spoilers.
I'm not spoiling anything, but
No
like I've said,
spoilers. Get back in your DeLorean.
yeah, like I've said, the show that I went to, there were not many bad wrestling matches, and most of the bad wrestling involved the knockouts.
Oh, I thought they were better than Divas. Moving on.
Ha! Okay. What's one thing you would change, Riz? Oh, and by the way, before we get to that, we have a comment from Michael Sorg. Um,
Sorg?
Sorog? Yeah. He says
Sorg?
WCW Nitro episode 2 was very educational.
Oh.
Thank you, Sorg. That was neither a question or an answer. Moving
Um,
along.
my one thing I would change, and I like, this is going to sound awkward, but as you pointed out, this was their last taping for that event.
Hmm.
Um, I would have liked to see Havoc come out sooner.
And ruin the match again?
Like have the title match a couple weeks ago
Okay.
when the crowd was actually a crowd. Because other than the announcers, the one thing I didn't like was how dead tired that crowd was when Havoc came out. I didn't know if you saw it or not, but there was no reaction at all by
Okay.
anyone in that crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
So I would have moved it up a week or two. Maybe have her interrupt the other the number one contenders match and just ruin everything.
Hmm.
That would be something like TNA would have done. But it just seemed off. I mean, I'm still excited for Havoc. I'm on your bandwagon. Havoc is going to be awesome in TNA. Just fourth, what was it? The fourth hour of the night
Hmm. And now
probably
that
ruined it.
I'm thinking about it, um, I think next week's Impact is going to be kind of a amalgam of the taping I was at and some more matches from the previous taping because
So,
I never saw the table match.
oh,
I saw a ladder match.
so that means the Hardys are going to win. Thank you for spoiling that, Mike.
I didn't say that. I honestly don't know who wins that table match.
Uh,
I'm just telling you the match that I saw.
uh,
Yeah.
so what is one thing you would change?
Oh, one thing I would change. I honestly don't know because I like the stuff that we haven't mentioned. I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Roode Eric Young match was very good. I
Thanks,
love
man. This is
I
awesome.
yeah, I love what they're doing with the bromans and the beautiful people. I think that's a tremendous pairing.
I would have swayed left on Angelina Love, just so you know.
Well, clearly, but it depends on the picture she put up. I'd imagine.
Probably a side view. You can barely see her then.
Yeah, say there you go. That's fine.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, I think if I would change anything, I probably would have changed. I wouldn't have had the Bram and Mag versus Gunner and Sam Shaw because that seems like Bram and Magnus to me are non-entities at this point. Like
Bram Bram is just a carbon copy of Gunner. That's it.
Yeah, and
He's a British gunner.
Sam Shaw needs to wear normal ring gear. I think again. I think he does. I think he needs to wear some. I
I don't.
understand that his gimmick is that,
He's still the creepy guy though.
but is he really?
I think that's what they're still trying to get with. They're still trying to get him as that creepy dude.
But he hasn't done anything creepy. If anything, Brittany was being the creepy one this week.
Well, Brittany just has gigantic gazongas and shows them everywhere.
That's a fair
Um,
point.
so that was our TNA part. You guys are probably going to cut off here soon because we're not going to talk about TNA anymore. NXT.
So for those of you who fast forward, welcome to the NXT discussion.
Yeah, we should have had like a little annotation on the Sorg, if you're listening, post like an annotation like
Like a caption on
right
the
here. Just like click here for your NXT thing, like at the beginning,
yes.
and then yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you, Sorg. Um,
He's not
so
gonna do it.
no, he's not. He's
All
not.
right. So what's your one word for NXT?
Anticipation.
I'm gonna go with filler. Actually, no, that's not true.
All right, you have
I'm
one take backs.
yes, I'm using a mulligan. I'm going to say poodle.
Oh, poor poodle. What was your okay? Since I started, what was your one good thing about tonight's NXT?
My one good thing. Oh, do I want to say that one or do I want to say that one? I love
Because
the
we're
Enzo.
probably gonna.
I love the Enzo and Big Cast promo.
Yeah.
So good, so good.
Uh,
Oh
like
my god.
anytime they play off the New York, New Jersey style better than Zack Ryder.
Well, that's because they're actually playing it like from the Bronx or from Queens.
Mhm.
Zack Ryder was playing up Long Island, and he actually did Long Island very well. But Bronx and Queens people are just so much more entertaining because
Yeah.
I swear to God, every time I see Enzo and Big Cass, I feel like I'm back in my local neighborhood bar in the Bronx. That's just uh, and you can't teach that. I mean, that's literally all
Right.
I can say about
Like I don't know. They did a mere selfie promo
it.
in a hair salon called Hair.
Yep, with Carmella, who was wearing a tiger print skirt because Queens.
Hmm.
All right, so what will be your good thing, Riz?
Oh, my one good thing. Oh man,
Did I steal yours?
no, because I want to say is the anticipation for Takeover.
Okay, that's fair.
Like first off, Kenta is going to debut,
Hmm.
and Cotton needs a new pair of shorts. Uh, but also the tag match. We get another Kalisto. We get a Sin Cara Kalisto versus the Ascension match, which sounds pretty badass compared to a Ricardo Rodriguez Kalisto match. And by the stuff that we saw tonight, I'm excited for the title match.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll get that. I'll get into that later. But I'm kind of loving this title match thing picture. So my one bad thing though actually combines with that. I would like to see some. Oh no, that's something I would change though. My one bad thing was the the NXT Divas match.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
what was wrong with that? Oh,
Eh,
we
yeah,
disagree wholeheartedly on this. I love me some Alexa Bliss.
but it wasn't. It just. I could have done without the match. I could have. I can't go without a Bailey promo though.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's the only thing that saved it. Uh, but but yeah, Alexis Bliss. I think they're trying to change some more things from her. I could be wrong. Maybe she just didn't have her pixie dust available
Yeah, that bothered me a little bit.
or angel dust, whatever that it was. But it looks like they're trying to Becky Lynch her. Oh God, that sounds
Mm,
horrible.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
horrible.
yeah. You might want to take a mulligan on that phrasing.
Yeah, yeah. They're trying to make her into a Becky Lynch.
They're trying to change up her character.
Yeah, they're trying to change up her character,
They're
not try to.
they're trying to
If
Becky Lynch her.
oh God, man, Mike, what was your one bad thing?
my
Right.
one my one bad thing is you saying they're going to Becky Lynch Alexa Bliss. Uh, no,
Oh,
my my one bad thing is the 4 singles matches this week.
I was gonna get in that later.
Um,
Yeah, they were
it,
pretty much filler matches.
yeah, it's just like, hi, we have 4 jobbers and they're going to lose really quickly, just so we can promote that. Yeah, we have all 4 guys in
I mean,
the
Ty
main event.
Dillinger had a match, or Ty, whatever his name is, had a match.
Ty Dillinger, Marcus Louis, C.J. Parker, and who was the other one?
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose. Like, did all 4 of those guys have like this NXT had 6 matches on it,
Hmm.
and we really could have done with maybe 4 matches
Yeah.
because the 4 singles matches, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to have all 4 guys be strong heading in. But you could have done to maybe make it a little bit more fun? Put Adrian Neville on commentary and have the other 3 guys have a triple threat match.
Hmm.
And then Adrian Neville can comment on all of the guys, and whoever wins, he just stands on the table and holds the NXT title up. That's a great
Yeah.
way to do that.
I was also gonna go with this for my. I'll actually let you go for your one thing you would change first. Then
Okay.
I'm gonna go on my little
On your soapbox.
idea. My little
Okay.
idea.
All right. My one thing I would change is, uh, it's really, I don't know if I would have had Bailey look dominant against Charlotte.
Adorable. Oh
Well, I mean, she always looks adorable. You really can't help that. But
no, she can't.
I don't know if I would have had Bailey Bailey to Belly Charlotte.
What I would have had, I do agree
I
with
would have
you
liked to
there.
see them just shake hands. I would have liked to see them just shake hands.
Not me, but I
Okay.
do agree with you. I would like Charlotte to do the Ric Flair hair thing, and then just walk out, like the fake
Oh, yeah, okay.
handshake.
Like she goes and then woo,
Yeah,
and then she
even though
steps
she
out.
can't woo. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'd be okay with that as well.
Hmm.
I just didn't want to see any physicality between the 2 of them before, because now it makes me think like Bailey's going to lose, and if Bailey loses next week, I'm going to be an emotional wreck.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun after show. Um, my one thing I would change,
Hmm.
I would have had somebody lose.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that's a good call. Like have
like
Sami Zayn lose because he was against the most credible opponent.
yeah, like
Oh
have
no, not
somebody
Sammy. Tyson Kidd.
yeah to have Tyson Kidd lose because Adrian Neville or somebody came out and interfered. Like they just stood at the ramp or something like that, and it just started. Holy crap! Um, but just have something different than what we saw. We had 4 matches featuring the 4 top contenders in the NXT title picture, and they all won very squashy.
Yep. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, especially like if you only had 2 of them on and maybe 2 of them cut promos, okay, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable too. But all the matches were like under 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
And that
matches
kind
were not long at all.
and that kind of cut into the really good but really, 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 really short main event.
And that main event should have been a lot longer,
It
considering it was
should
the
have.
finals. It was the finals in a tournament. Like, because
I'm
that wasn't
surprised
even that wasn't even the best match of the tournament, and
no,
it was supposedly the finals. Like, I'd say both matches in the semifinals were better than the finals.
they were because they
But
had time to work with.
yeah,
Um,
but
so
but next week's show should be
next
really.
week I'm going to wear nothing and cover myself in baby oil. So
But what are you gonna do for the show?
yes.
Um,
But
you want to do
this week,
predictions?
prediction.
Oh well, first, who won for you, NXT or Impact?
Oh, Impact.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
NXT was too fillery.
From last week to this week, TNA has improved.
Mhm.
I am not, crazy, yelly, screamy over what happened this week as I was last week. So that's a
Yeah.
plus.
Mhm. And also, we didn't mention it. I love that James Storm and Sonata kidnap Manic
Oh god,
because I've seen where that ends up, and oh man, is it great.
they're gonna like do rapey things to him.
It's fun. I'm excited for it. I'm active. This is the first time I've been excited for James Storm since he was in Beer Money.
That was a
Since he,
long
since he
time
came
ago.
out on a portable beer cart that he could drive to the ring. That was the
Hmm.
last time I was this excited in James Storm.
So yeah,
But
let's do real quick predictions that
okay.
are sure to go wrong.
Yes. All right. So we have
I don't think we can
Mojo
actually say that, but because that's
Mojo
actually
versus Bull.
trademarked. Oh
So we
god,
have Mojo versus Bull. Besides the ring imploding, what do you
the
predict?
crowd rioting. Bull Dempsey.
I'm
If you say
yeah,
Mojo
yeah.
Rawley, I'm going
No,
to hurt you.
because I'm thinking of the rest of my predictions. Yeah, I think Bull's gonna
Yeah,
take it.
Mojo Rawley needs to go away.
Okay.
Uh, so who does Kenta fight?
Oh, we were talking about this in the hangout. I think it's gotta be. You know what? Just for the sake of being different, I'm gonna say it's the real cowboy guy,
I think he
Buddy
got
something.
fired.
Did he?
I think he got released like a while ago.
Okay, then one of the mechanics.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the mechanic, or maybe both. Um,
Kenta destroys both mechanics.
I was gonna say I actually mentioned this in the hangout, but this was just a joke. Just have Kenta come out and destroy both Bull Dempsey and
Mojo
Mojo
Rawley.
Rawley.
Yeah,
But it's probably gonna be C.J. Parker.
probably. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense. He's doing the least at this point. So, all right, hair versus hair. Who do you got?
I don't think a heel has ever won a hair versus hair match in WWE. I could be wrong. Not in a while. But Enzo.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Enzo too.
And I love how they're now incorporating the Ricardo Rodriguez bucket and just painted a white stripe over the Mexican flag part.
I'm just hoping for a gimmick where once Enzo wins the match, he dumps the bucket on Sylvester's head, and then he runs around, smashes his head into the ring post. I'm begging, please NXT, please NXT, deliver that
And
for me. I
just
want to
don't,
see
just
that.
don't, just don't make him Enzo the Barber.
No, because they've already introduced the fact that I don't think there's going to be shears. He's
No,
just
no,
going to put
it's
the
gonna
bucket
be
full of the
it's
hair.
Nair. It's
Yeah,
Nair. Oh, technology.
yes.
Um, Bailey versus Charlotte.
Please, Bailey. Please.
My my heart my heart says Bailey,
Does your head also
but
say Bailey?
but my but my head wants a hug because I say Charlotte.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're disagreeing. I actually think Bailey is going to win. Like I want her to win, but I think she's also going to win because there's more heel divas, I think, on NXT. They're strong characters, and if
Yeah.
you have an underdog like Bailey, it makes it all the much better.
Mm, okay. What's next?
Let's do tag team titles. The Ascension versus Kalisto and Sin Cara.
I hope I hope the Mexicans do it.
Okay.
Like
Uh,
I don't. It's not the fact that they're it's going to be an awesome match. I just don't like the Ascension.
I'm going to agree with you because I think the Ascension gains more by not having those belts now.
The Ascension is going to go to the WWE in probably in 2 weeks.
I don't necessarily know about that, but I think their time is now that like they held the titles long enough for NXT to build an actual tag team division
Hmm.
that they can be stripped of the belts and then get get them back just as easily at the next takeover.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also, who would have thought that Conor O'Brien bested Derek Bateman?
I still don't necessarily know about that.
Yeah,
But,
well, I mean, EC3 is doing awesome in TNA, but
yeah.
the Ascension's still a thing. Um, is
All
it
right.
main event
So
time?
main event.
You know what? I I'm stuck between two, and none of them is a champion.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I think Neville's losing too. I think
Yeah,
Neville's losing.
but the two I'm stuck with is Sammy and Tyson Kidd.
Okay.
Tyson is that is I he is probably the most improved out of anybody in any one of the WWE stars that moved back down to TNA,
Yes.
NXT.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tyson's found his niche. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and the best way to announce that he's that guy is by him winning.
All right. You know what?
And,
You actually just changed my mind.
mm,
You actually just changed my mind. I was going to say Tyler Breeze. I was going to say Tyler Breeze. I had a well formulated argument, but no, I'm agreeing with you. I think Tyson Kidd. Because then
nice.
Tyson Kidd can even hold it over Natty. Oh, could you imagine how good that would be?
And every time he's one of the guys who, when they chant, if he does win, if they chant better than Natty, he holds up that belt and
Yep.
goes, "No."
No, I'm a champion. Fact. But
But
here's my off-brand prediction.
okay.
Um, Sami Zayn looks like he's about to win by pinning Neville, and a certain fellow by the name of Kevin Steen comes in and takes him out because it's a fail four-way. There's no DQ.
Do
Kevin
we? Okay.
Kevin
Here.
Steen runs in, takes out Sami Zayn, and package pile drivers him on the floor.
Do we see the third wheel come in now? I mean, the third guy come in.
No,
Mr. Prince Devitt.
Nope. No. I think out of the three guys they signed, Kenta, Steen, and Devitt has the most they need to work with before they can have him debut.
Not much, but I kind of agree with you. Like he'll probably be in the next pay-per-view, next takeover.
Because you can run an angle for Steen and Sami Zayn up until the next takeover.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you can actually run with the fact that, like, the way I see it is we don't know, we should have had Eamon on here. Eamon, I don't know where the hell he went, but he's our indie guy and he knows better than anybody what Devitt can bring, and he would probably disagree with us.
Probably.
I haven't seen anything from much of anything from.
I may have seen one match of his.
Yeah.
But I assume based on what I've heard about him that he would need to adjust to WWE style more than, say, Kenta or Steen. Because Steen already basically wrestles a WWE similar style match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
wrestled Jerry Lawler to a match.
Yeah.
And lost. And made it look great. And the final thoughts. I want to see. I want to. My bold prediction is. It's probably going to be wrong, but Enzo wins. But somehow they both get bald.
Okay.
And if you want more witty banter like this, please check out the Proper Wrestling Mayhem show every Tuesday around about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We talk sometimes about wrestling. Sometimes.
Occasionally.
It's called the Wrestling Mayhem show, but it's mayhem most of the time. And like 90% mayhem, 10% wrestling, 100% show.
100% show. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. But we also have a lot of other things. Like I used to be on a show called Boss Battle. We talk about video games. Mad Mike is also on the Rambling Movie Minute.
Yes, we talk about movies and we ramble. And
yes,
although it is longer than a minute, so if you have
longer than a minute.
Not everything from what I hear.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
It's a fun show.
Buy our t-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Wait, is it just Wrestling Mayhem Show or is it WMS? I don't know.
Just believe go to it's WMS.
Just go to our website at Sorgatron Media, or not, at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Click on that link. It'll send you directly to the Pro Wrestling Tees website, and it'll be right there for all your wrestling apparel needs. Support our Patreon. We're about to do a nice little game show here. If you want to join our game show, $1 per month gets you in.
Yes. Now, keep in mind, you don't actually win anything in this game show, only bragging rights.
Just maybe a, just a little tug. But other than that, for Mad Mike and for myself, there is. Thank you guys so much for joining. And by the way, the tug is from DJ Lunchbox. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, jeez, it worked.